welcome back. And we're having such a good time here. But if you joined us late today, my special guest is Todd Robertson from the Bonefish Grill. And he is the regional director for South Carolina and Georgia. And they have restaurants from coast to coast.
That's right.
I love that. I can't wait to try it.
It's one of my favorite dishes. I
now,
love it too.
this is a tuna bowl.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the tuna bowl?
So what I brought, actually, we have here are some really nice tuna cubes that are seared. They have a medium rare temperature. They've got sesame seeds on the outside.
So what have you got on there?
It's black and white sesame seeds, so they've been seared on the side. So what we do is we'll slice it, and you can see, these are nice.
Look at that.
These are really great tuna.
I thought it was a roll when you put it out there.
No, we're going into a bowl, and you can see that color, that kind of deep purple, is what you're really looking for with tuna. That's how you know it's great. And this is ahi grade, so you can basically eat this if you wanted to, completely raw. We actually, like I said, sear it, so it's more of a medium rare.
And you do not use frozen seafood?
No, we don't believe in frozen food.
I think it sort of changes the taste of it.
It can. Well, fresh is definitely the way you want to go. So what we're going to do basically is we've got some basmati rice, just some white rice. We're going to put into the bowl here. You get a generous portion, kind of depending again what we talked about with appetites, how hungry you are, how much rice you want to use. And then we're just going to build the tuna kind of around the rice. And go around. There we are. And then this is actually one of our newer dishes that has come. We have a brand new guest-inspired menu with a lot of different guest favorites, different things that guests are kind of giving some input on. And this is one of the dishes that's actually brand new. So it's the tuna with the rice. It's really popular so far. It's been going over great. So what we're going to do is put some carrots here, get a little crunch. Break this off. Now the best part of the dish, I think, is this salsa that we're getting ready to make. That actually has got some red peppers.
And it's chopped. It's very fine.
It's very fine chopped. So we've got some red peppers, some onion. We're going to put in there as well. I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar. A little bit of chili powder as well. And going back to our citrus theme, some pineapple. Do all those things. And then to give it a little bit of heat, because it is a spicy tuna bowl, we want to put in some jalapeno as well. And then a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Again, so that's there. And then this salsa here, which I believe I had a spoon, but that's okay. We'll just use my hands. I've washed my hands before this.
That's the way good cooks do.
Yeah, I wash my hands, I promise. So
now you just mix that all together.
Just mix it all together, and that's your salsa. And then, just to top it all off, to give it one more little hint.
Now this recipe would serve how many people?
This can serve as many as you like. This will be one portion, actually. So we're going to go salsa there right on the side and go with it. And then avocado.
That's a picture. That's beautiful.
Thank you very much. This avocado is one of my absolute favorite foods, and I don't think it gets used enough. So we're going to cut in there. And just do some sliced avocado to go with it. Avocado is just one of those superfoods. It's a fat food, but it is a fatty food, but it's a really good fat, very good for you. You can use it as a substitute for a lot of different things.
Well, seafood fish is very good for you.
Yes, it is. It's very healthy, and we kind of pride ourselves on having a healthy menu as well. So we'll put this on the side, and then top it with a little bit of cilantro here. Another favorite of mine. And then you can have some soy sauce or whatever kind of condiment you'd like to put with it. And there you go.
Oh my, look at that. Oh, Todd, that is luscious. And you didn't actually, this is raw tuna?
It's not raw. It's been cooked, so it's about medium rare. You could eat it raw if you like to, because it is ahi grade.
So when you cooked it, what did you do? It has a pink center.
It does. That's like I said. The purple color there is what you're looking for.
That's what
it's really
you want.
Good too.
But how did you cook it to get it?
We seared it with the sesame seeds on the side. You put it on per side about 30 seconds, and it'll make it bond and it get it that way without cooking.
A little olive oil in the skillet and sear it.
That's it.
That's all you need.
That's it.
And it's ready. Oh,
yes,
that is luscious. Now he said this is 1 serving. But I think you could almost, that's a very healthy, the person.
It's a nice portion.
The person would be hungry.
You can share. We allow that too. If you want to come in and share with somebody, you can absolutely do that. That's okay.
Now, do you actually plan any of the meals that are presented on the menu at Bonefish Grill?
No, we actually do have an executive chef at our home office, and he has a team of people, and they kind of create. They've actually spent a lot of time.
Because you're
creating
always
this new
coming
menu.
up with new
We try to be
items.
very inventive. Bonefish is known for that, for being an inventive restaurant. We come up with new and specialty fishes, different kinds of species, different kinds of toppings and sauces, and we always kind of try to stay a little bit ahead of the curve.
And I would like to ask you, I know that you pride yourselves on everything being fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, we don't have fresh available to us. And maybe the frozen fish is on sale, and, we're all
Sure.
thinking about those things. It isn't bad for you.
No, and there's nothing wrong with frozen food at all. We're very fortunate in that our restaurants actually get our seafood daily. And we have a manager inspect it, and they cut it daily, and that way we make sure that we get the very best quality that's possible. So we're extremely fortunate in that we're able to get our suppliers. We have great relationships with our vendors, and we really do get top quality seafood.
Well, this recipe, both of these are yours for the asking. And if you would like to, maybe you'd like to try something a little bit different for your family. We all get tired of the same old thing. It isn't that difficult. Todd
No, not
said
at all.
it's easy to do.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
So we're delighted to share these with you, and thanks to Bonefish Grill. And there's no cost. If you can send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, it helps us so much. And just send it to the Peggy Denny Show, Post Office Box 1616, Greenville, South Carolina, 29602. And put the number on there, recipe number 841. 841, we do need the number, and we'll be so happy to share these recipes with you, and you can sort of wow your family and friends and do something different, and they'll be surprised. We all get tired of the same old menus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do. I agree.
And how did you get involved? You are not a chef as such, but you like to cook.
Could you tell that from my cooking I'm not a chef?
Oh, no,
No.
I didn't know that, but you told me before. I assumed he was a chef.
No, I started at Bonefish when I was in graduate school at Clemson, and kind of carried on, was bartending, and moved up, and then got an opportunity to stay in Greenville, which is my hometown, and became a manager there. And then that was until about 5 months ago, and I got promoted to regional director. I've been doing that since April.
Now, are there career opportunities?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, you found one for young people in the food industry.
Absolutely, and it's a great industry to be in. I mean, a lot of people, you think of obviously the restaurant industry, and you think long hours, high stress, which can be true, but also is very, very rewarding. There's a lot of room for advancement. There's a lot of different things you can do. You don't necessarily have to be in the restaurant. We have home office jobs that are available. There's a lot of different career paths that you can go on with the restaurant, and it's just a fantastic company to be a part of.
Where is your home office
Tampa,
located?
Florida.
Tampa, Florida. That's where it all began.
That's where it all starts. That's right.
Yeah. And so you actually do not cook then all the time.
Me personally?
I mean, in the restaurant.
No, I usually, my job entails I have 12 restaurants. I go and I make sure that, as we call the front of the house, the servers, the bartenders, the hosts, are all doing their job correctly. And then kind of be a resource to the management staff, help them out, different things. And then when need be, I can get in the kitchen and kind of mix it up a little bit. I like to do that. I still like to keep my management background. So
Now, if somebody, suppose some young person out there is thinking, maybe I could be a chef. Now, you have a really fine chef can make a lot of money.
they can. You're absolutely right. Yes, and we have a bunch of different positions that are available in a kitchen. And it kind of depends on what your specialty is. You can grill, you can saute, you can work on salads, desserts, different things like that. So we try to train everybody to be able to do everything.
So becoming a chef, you would go to a regular school.
You can do culinary school. We actually do have a couple of chefs in a few of our restaurants that did go to culinary school and came to work for Bonefish to kind of use. We're very happy to have them kind of use some of their talents and skills that they learned And it makes, I think having a good education to back up your job when you go in really gives us some great employees.
So, it's just something, we had a moment and I wanted to share because obviously Todd has come up through the ranks.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've enjoyed what you do.
I love what I do. I wouldn't do anything else. I love my job.
And of course, they have a complete menu. This is just a little sample.
Very small portion of what we actually do.
And they have great desserts, and
We
I
have some
love
new
your
seasonal
bread.
flatbread desserts. Actually, we're trying. We got a banana split flatbread that we're featuring right now. That's fantastic. It's one of my favorite things we've been making recently.
A flat bread.
It's a toasted flatbread. It has chocolate ganache, whipped creams, bananas, strawberries, and peanuts. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite dishes that we've recently rolled out.
So you don't want to always watch your diet.
No, and that's why you said you get a smaller portion of fish so you can have dessert at the end of the meal.
Yeah. And so there are lots of possibilities. And wherever you are, there could be a Bonefish Grill close by because there are over 200 in the United States. And in the Southeast, it's very popular. We have how many in the Southeast?
I don't know how many. I know if you're in the state of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, there are quite a bit of them. In Florida, you throw a rock and I think you hit 3 or 4 Bonefish Grills. There's a bunch of them around, so they're easy to find.
But in our part of the United States, they're easy to find. And if you happen to be in some other part, it's worth checking out. And they are expanding all the time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm planning on growing and doubling in size in the next few years.
So there are opportunities there for young people, for careers, and if you love to eat, it's all there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Todd, I'd love it if maybe you'd come back sometime.
I would love to, please.
What is your favorite thing on the menu? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, favorite dish. I love the tuna bowl that we made. That's one of my favorite dishes. I'm just partial to salmon. My dad, it's his favorite fish, and I guess I got it from him. I love salmon. So.
Salmon is one of the best things you can eat.
That's true, too.
Nutrition-wise, salmon. And I know people who try to have it 2 or 3 times a week.
That's a good...
And it's so simple to do.
Again, salmon's
You
a
can
very
make it
easy
fancy,
dish.
or you can just put a little butter and lemon on it and go with it.
I like to grill it, put some lemon on it, and I'm happy. I love salmon, so...
Yeah, so but those are good nutritional recipes, and they're yours for the asking, and we're delighted to be able to share with you. And Todd, thank you. Will you come back
Yes,
sometime?
ma'am, please. I would love to.
I'll tell you what. We'll make a date. You come back and do salmon.
That sounds like a great idea. We can
Okay.
absolutely do that. I'll try to think of something special.
Okay, and then we'll be able to share with all of our viewers. So wherever you are, we wish you good health, and remember, go after the freshest things you can find. Go to your farmers markets, your roadside stands. The fresher, the better. And we'll see you next time.